I just read chapter 1138 of One Piece, and oh my goodness, it is one of the most insane chapters of One Piece to date. I know for a fact Oda must have had one of the most ridiculous of birthday celebrations because he is starting off 2025 with a bang. If you haven't caught up to chapter 1138, go ahead, drop a like, and come back later. The chapter starts out with the title Harley, where we get to see who's who in Yamato's cover story, chilling in his hideout in Wano country like they not about to pull up and whoop his ass. It cuts to Loki still in chains, struggling against the Holy Knights, Gunko and Shamrock. Loki's observation hockey is so good that he can perceive the difference between Shamrock and Shanks, but he does not understand why they look the same. Gunko tries to shut him up, but Loki doubles down. He's like, look, I know I'm not the only one asking this question. A great pirate and a 10-year Obito looking exactly the same. Ain't that weird? And Shamrock proceeds to give us information we've been waiting 1,000 chapters for. His words are very interesting here. That pirate is my younger twin brother, the one I was separated from. Is he implying that he has more little brothers? Once he returned to the Holy Land, but it seems he had taken a liking to the filthy lower realm. Not only has Shanks been cleared of the rat allegations, proving that he is just a chill guy, he went to Mary Jo's, trained under the Holy Knights and his father for 2 years and dipped again. Nah. When I say Dofi could never. Loki is just as shocked as us, like, he returned? Loki continues on with frustration, saying that he hates both brothers. Loki proceeds to threaten Gunko and Shamrock, saying, when I break free of these chains, you better be prepared for what's coming to you, because you John Wicked my animals. Shamrock was cool until that last line. He had to take off the hood and say, what did you say? Unsheathing his sword while Gunko gets worried that a world noble is gonna fight. Shamrock relieves her by saying, don't worry, I won't even have to dirty my own hands. Isn't that right, Cerberus? I am not gonna lie, Blackbeard theorists and Shanks haters are taking a step back today. There's 5 things that you can take away from this awesome ability. 1, it comes directly from the sword, similar to Zoan Devil Fruit tied to an inanimate object, which is a sword, Funk Freet. The only difference here is Funk Freet has a Devil Fruit name. Cerberus does not, but Cerberus also has a black Hagoromo scarf, similar to Rob Lucci, or, more likely, the Gorosei. So I cannot say for sure that this is a devil fruit power, but I know for sure that this is a power bestowed by Im-sama. Loki has absolutely no idea what he's looking at as swords begin to emerge from the dog's mouth. Shamrock just responds, that's my sword. In a different translation, I believe it says, that's my biting blade, which is funny because the kanji for blade and dog is the same thing, so it kind of makes sense. It's something that Oda would do. Cerberus has some insane abilities as full-on swords project from each dog's mouth. Each Cerberus head is able to fly independently with a spinning collar. Hey, low-key, I ain't gonna lie, this kind of reminds me of like an awakened version of Baby 5 and Buffalo, but their abilities were fused together. Gunko says, Commander, let's hide our presence. We're leaving. As she creates a crazy bird with her arrow ability, and all he says, scramble. All of the wolf heads disperse off into the sky like fighter jets while Gunko and Shamrock take off in the other direction, and he says, yo, if you manage to survive, come and kill me anytime. I'll fight you. Loki looks up in the sky to see Cerberus doing what one would only call fatally piercing him right in the chest. I'm not gonna lie, this is a durability feat if I've ever seen one, and there's so much blood that it flies above the mountaintops. Brushing off the fact that he just potentially ended Loki, he says, summon another God Knight, and yeah, let's go for the kids. Cut to Aris Castle, where the giants, Luffy, Nami, and Zoro are all trying to figure out what happened and why there's a guy who looks like Shanks. Luffy, like a good friend, denies all the allegations against Shanks, stating that Shanks is super cool. What if the guy just looks like him? Shanks is a chill and laid-back guy. He would never do something so senseless. Nami laughs at him, saying, such confidence, huh? And he snaps back, saying, Nami, heck yeah, because you would do the same thing for Tree Mare, meaning Bellmare. She's like, alright, touche. And they come to the conclusion that Shanks could have a brother. As we see Luffy trying to think back, I never asked about his family. It seems like he was raised on a pirate ship as we cut to the mysterious figure who's walking towards the castle. There are 2 main candidates for who this guy could be, Scopper Gaban or the Golden Lion Shiki. In my opinion, it's really based on the official coloring. If his hair is gold, it's probably Shiki. If his hair is white, it's probably Gabon. Based on the context that Luffy is saying here and what he needs to be filled in on, I'm assuming it's Gabon. Now we get into the craziest part of the chapter, Frankie's side, the treasure tree atom. Frankie and Ripley joke about selling the treasure tree atom wood because there's more resources than the eye can see. I think it's hilarious that Ripley is able to hold Frankie like a Buzz Lightyear action figure, and this brother is the same height as Victor Wembanyama. And right as Ripley puts him down, something catches his eye, and it's a mural? Nani? Some of the best information that we have on ancient history as well as mythologies come from art, murals, as well as hieroglyphics. I know all the lore heads transformed into Sengoku soon as Ripley said mural. One Piece! The people of Elbaf call this mural a national cultural heritage, and it is from 800 to 900 years ago, exactly from the Void Century. You know it's some crazy-ish if Frankie is like, we need to show Robin. Frankie points out, in the mural it doesn't look like everybody seems to be a giant. Ripley follows this up by stating, within Elbaf history we have waged war against all the other races, but we have never allied with them, stating that the whole thing might just be a child's dream. Well, see, here's the thing. You're halfway right, but baby, I'm gonna give you the pass, cause God!
My mind like, oh my God. That's Rhonda. Bad. Yeah, you froze. She bad. You froze. She bad. Yeah.
I ain't even mad at you, Scalpo, my boy. If I was on Elbaf, I'd have done the same thing. Wouldn't it be hilarious to see a flashback of him and Ripley with the Roger Pirates just doing regular things in the human realm?
What do you say we go somewhere else?
That's a huge bitch.
Sure enough, it cuts over to the Walrus School, where the kids are reading and having fun. Then we cut over to the Owl Library with Robin. This is Harley. That's right. Many myths in Elbaf were created based off these texts. And their interpretations are all fragmented. Each warrior of Elbaf believes in a different version of the sun god. Robin is like, can I read that? And Saul is like, yeah, you're probably the only person who can. There, she. The story is divided into 3 different chapters, and the third world is said to be the present world. In other words, what is about to happen.
My name on the wall. The giants called me Loki?
Quietly, Nika's legend is told all over the world, and what they all have in common is that he always appears laughing and doing this. Dun 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 dun. Robin continues reading, and it cuts to Frankie, who is standing in front of the mural, and we get the single greatest piece of lore we have got about the One Piece world to date. You have to see what the official translation says about this, but let's go through it. First world, the earth was burned in an endless flame, and in the hearts of men burned with desire. From whispered prayers, the sun god rose, beckoned by the enslaved who reached for the forbidden star. The god of the land was enraged, and with a serpent of fire they cast the world into ruin. Darkness fell and death reigned. They would not meet again. The second world, a breath stirred in the abyss. The god of the forest wove their magic, nurturing its devils, while the sun lit the embers of war. Those of the half-crescent and full moons dreamed, yet the ones who slew the sun defied themselves. Evoking the wrath of the sea god, they would not meet again. The third world, chaos reigns. The world drifts in a void, yet time does not erase the memory of the promised day. Shadow looms as the voice of the half-moon echoes through the ages. And once more the sun god shall rise, laughing and dancing, guiding the world into its final act. The sun is reborn, the new dawn will break. Surely, this time they will meet. It's a lot going on here, but let's try and break it down while Frankie is stuck like he got hit with an infinite void.